7 Animals That Heal Us. Biophilia has arrived. Part 1 of 2 by Luminous Mountain. 4 decades ago, the American naturalist Edward O. Wilson, the ant expert, proposed that humans have a natural urge to affiliate, philia, and bond with all forms of life, bio. He revived the term biophilia. Biophilia is a necessity today. Design science, technology, and medicine try hard to incorporate nature into their practices, without which humans become more alienated, sick, and ineffective in daily living. The calls for a more plant-based diet and attempts to move away from animal testing research indicate the rise of compassionate care for animals. In turn, I feel animals are now more willing to help us. In previous clips, I highlighted Asia's 6 sacred animals with their rich mythologies permeating Asian way of life. Now I focus on 7 animals that are actively being used to heal us, all of them scientifically verified. Let us start with man's best friend, the dog. While the human-dog bonding has been around for millennia, the discovery of dogs' powerful sense of smell has altered the human-dog bonding to a greater intimacy. Dogs as healers. Dogs, being the most adaptable animal, were the earliest domesticated animal, as far back as 11,000 years ago. Guide dogs have been used for the visually impaired for at least 400 years. Pet visitations, active since the 1990s, have used dogs to visit nursing homes and correctional centers, offering companionship to enhance quality of life. Dogs' unconditional acceptance to humans is legendary. Today, dogs are extending their capabilities to humans even further. In 2011, specialized trained dogs were called medical detection dogs, with special focus on early cancer detection by smell. These amazing dogs will sniff on urine samples to detect prostate and bladder cancers. For lung and breast cancers, the breath is sniffed, while for ovarian cancer, blood samples are needed. Many disease cells release volatile organic compounds with specific odors detected by sniffer dogs. Using this principle, dogs are used as companions for unstable diabetic patients sensitive to low blood sugar. These life-saving dogs are trained to lick, push alarm buttons, and fetch medical kits when they detect abnormal blood sugar. UK's 6-year-old Rebecca was hospitalized 8 times in 2 years for her unstable diabetes. And when Shirley, a Labrador cross golden retriever, arrives to be with Rebecca, she has been alerting Rebecca by licking her hands and sitting on her lap. Since then, there has been no hospital admissions. Fishes as healers. In early 2000, fish food spas became a global hype. Spas and shopping malls in Japan, Korea, Singapore, and US set up pools with little fishes to nibble on soaked feet of sitting customers. These spas were closed by health authorities within a decade due to overclaim of treatment benefits, ill treatment of fishes, wrong fishes use, baby tilapia, and potential of spreading infections through water. The fish spas craze was inspired by a special place that is still in operation, Kangal village in Anatolia, Turkey. This village, opened in the 1960s, has many hot springs with fishes living in warm waters. With the right fish species, high-altitude sun with strong ultraviolet light, and selenium-rich hot springs, this Turkish village attracts global crowd for a 21-day treatment of skin diseases, especially psoriasis. 2 fish species were identified in Kangal Springs, the small algae eaters Gararufa, the leakers, and the shining cup-like Cyprinion macrostomum, the strikers. Both species are native to rivers of Western Asia. Another aquatic animal with healing power is the dolphin. Dolphin-assisted psychotherapy, pioneered by Dr. John Lilly in the 1970s, has since become a global industry, but under scrutiny from health authorities. Over-commercialization and misleading benefits are the main issues. But like all things, when there's gullibility, there's cheaters waiting at the doorsteps. Perhaps it's time to do it right with the dolphins' help. Bees as healers. Bee products such as honey, pollen, propolis, beeswax, and royal jelly are available for centuries in diverse cultures. But the most potent product is actually the poisonous venom from the sting. Using bee venom for pain is not new. Rulers like Charlemagne, 8th century, and Ivan the Terrible, 16th century, have used bee stings to treat their painful gout. By early 20th century, Europe and Russia used it extensively. Bee sting therapy uses a single bee to sting the skin systematically, usually selecting the painful area, example elbow. Unfortunately, every sting delivered means a bee is sacrificed, as the sting dislodges the bee's gut. This inhumane practice is losing its popularity. Instead, injectable venom, processed pharmaceutically, replaces live bees. But bee venom still needs to be harvested from bees, and the bee mortality is estimated to be 60%. However, a decade ago, 2013, electrical gadgets were invented to cause no harm during venom extraction. Mild electrical current agitates the bees to sting as they landed on a glass or fabric-covered plates. As the glass or fabric-covered plates are thinned, the stingers are not trapped the way rubber used to. The bees can fly away, leaving the liquid venom to be collected, processed, and applied to patients via injection. Many countries today are evaluating the safety and efficacy of this therapy. Since 2003, the Korean FDA has approved bee venom injections by physicians for arthritis, chronic pain, and inflammation. Almost all of the animals highlighted here have been used to heal since antiquity. But with the advent of psychotherapy, antibiotic drugs, and powerful painkillers, the services of these animals were discontinued. But these animals are returning as modern medicine magic bullets have shown their shortcomings. Adverse side effects aside, many melodies which previously worked with drugs don't seem to work anymore. Do diseases evolve and become more intelligent too? Or that the human species start to remember biophilia, yearning for deeper bonding, and the animals are ready to offer their services? It could be all of the above. Physicians can actively incorporate these cutting-edge animal therapies into their practices, relying less on inert modern gadgetry. Doctors must be more than technicians and practice the art of true doctoring. We've covered 3 common animals so far: dogs, fishes, and bees. In part 2, we will get to know 4 more animals that can heal us by forming special interspecies bonding. Be ready to be surprised.